Okay, so we are going out. I am out with the dog. His name is Dor. He's a big dog, and you have to take him out every day, twice a day. So, in order to make the most of this time, so I'm going to be starting this podcast, and I will talk about what things come to mind, interesting things that have happened to me lately, and yeah. Okay, so, yep, we live on the 7th floor, and some people in the building are afraid of my dog because he's a big dog. His name is Dor. I think I said that already. And so sometimes when I get out of the elevator, if I take him with me in the elevator, going down the stairs, so some people get afraid. And you know how the characters on Harry Potter, that they flinch when somebody says Voldemort? Well, that's how some people in my neighborhood act when they see my dog. And it's real. It's not something from a movie, and it's kind of funny. But I still don't want to cause people problems, so I decided that when it's possible, I will take the stairs. But that's good when I'm going down. But going up the stairs, well, it's a bit hard sometimes, 7 flights of stairs. So now I'm outside, and Dor has decided to explore some of the trees here. And he gave a gift to some trees. I call it doggy love. And now we're going on the sidewalk. And he likes to check out all the little plants, little bushes, trees. What he really likes are bones. If somebody's has chicken, or, well, one time we actually found a sheep bone, but and I couldn't get it away from him because he's a big dog and he growled at me. So yeah, if he finds a bone, I'll let him eat it. So now we're checking out the cars, and nothing looks interesting so far. It's about 5:30, and since it's in the winter, it's a bit rainy. The ground is a bit wet. Usually, sometimes, at this time of day, there's lots of people out. But I think that the cold and the drizzle has driven everyone else back inside, of course, but dog needs his walk. So, yeah, it's a bit windy and cold. So I hope he doesn't want a long walk. Wow. And the sun is just gone down, so the clouds are kind of grayish purple. And street lights have come on. And at least right now it's not drizzling, so I don't feel bad talking on the phone. But I won't ruin it. So if it starts to rain, so then I'll have to sign off. It's cold. It's cold. So I thought that this podcast might be useful for someone learning English. And there's somebody who flinched at the dog. But then she got over her fear and she walked past us, so that was good. Maybe I'm a one-person dog therapy for the city. That people will get used to seeing door and they won't flinch anymore. I don't know. So usually I have 3 different places that I go. I can go down to the entrance of the city, or I can go up the hill and go right or left. So let's see, this morning, no, who wants to go in there? I don't want to. This morning we went down to the entrance of the city, and I think today I'll go up the hill to the right. And since this is a big city, so they do have the city does grow some trees on the sidewalk, and so Dora likes to use those trees for, that's all you have to make on a dog. So for his needs, and then of course I clean it up, and so nice to be nice with all the neighbors. Yeah. So yeah, usually there's a man here selling flowers. Well, but that's usually on Friday. So today's Wednesday, and it's wet and cold, so no, not there. Oof. Oh, we can recycle some bottles. Well, maybe not. It looks like it's broken. The light is green, but then there's something else written there, so I don't think so. Too bad. I would love to be able to recycle all our plastic bottles and aluminum cans. I'm trying not to buy drinks like that, but sometimes you just can't help it because, I can make coffee and tea by myself and water, so I don't like to buy bottled water because I have a filter, but excuse me, I had the flu about 2 weeks ago and still leftover cough. So so I don't, I try not to buy drinks in cans and bottles anymore because most of the time the recycling thing is broken, or oh well. So yeah, now we're going. Yeah, Dora is very happy to be out. He's pulling on me, and usually I try to hold him back, but then again, I don't want to be out so much either because it's cold. Oh, there's somebody who ran away from the dog. So I envision this podcast to be, my talking while I'm out with the dog, to entertain myself and to entertain you, and talk about life, talk about interesting things that happened. There was a really interesting things that happened last week. I was getting over the flu, and since I had already missed a bunch of work, so even though I was still coughing, I'm much better than I was before, actually. So I went to work last Wednesday. I teach music at a school. They have a music program. So at that school I teach clarinet, and I use my computer. I take my laptop with me. There's a program that the kids seem to like, and they will agree to play with it. Like, I put a song on and it writes the notes and it has a playback, and so it makes it more enjoyable to play the music. But I have to have the computer plugged in, and last week, since I really wasn't feeling well, I just kind of left in a hurry and I forgot the charger to the computer. I could go and buy a new charger, but it's kind of expensive, like $50, because it's a computer charger and each each brand of computer has its own type of charger, and yeah, I didn't really want to spend the money if I didn't have to. So the next day I teach someplace else, and that's a private music school, so I'll teach flute, guitar, and clarinet. And then I had 2 lessons in the afternoon where I teach online, and they canceled at the last moment, well, earlier in the day. But I didn't really mind, because then I got on the bus in the rain, and there's someone else who's really afraid of the dog and running away. He's really running. Oh well, that's how it is. And so I took the bus, since I didn't have these other 2 lessons on Thursday, and I went back to the school, and wow, the charger was there. Okay, so that's one good thing that happened to me. And here's this little boy who's afraid of the dog. Oh well. Ani oletpo. Okay, I live in Israel, so I speak Hebrew fluently and English, but this podcast is more in English. Maybe I'll put up some episodes in Hebrew. We'll see how it goes. And then, so I went back to the school, and somebody had rearranged my room where I teach clarinet, and they put all of my stuff in another room, in a cabinet. But I went through everything, and I found the charger. Yay! So then I guess on Friday I was still not feeling so great, and I went to the market by myself. Usually I try and take one of my grown-up kids, but they were all sleeping. It's Friday, they don't have school, they don't have work. So I went to the market, and I had my key in my pocket, and I went and got everything I wanted to cook, because I'm Jewish, and on Friday is when I do the cooking and the cleaning, and Saturday is a day to relax, go to synagogue, talk with friends, go on a walk with the dog. And anyway, so when I got home, I tried to open the door to the house, to our apartment on the 7th floor, with all the groceries, and there's no key. And I check all my pockets, I check my purse, I have no key. But I knock on the door, I do have my phone, so I call my son, I call my daughter, they're still sleeping, but the dog barks, because he knows me, and now we're walking kind of fast. It's starting to rain. And so we went inside, we put all the groceries away, and I checked online for my English classes of kids I teach from China, and they canceled. So then I had 2 extra hours, and I thought, well, where's my key? I really need my key. Well, maybe I left it in the parking lot? Maybe it's still out? I wasn't sure. And I called the locksmith to see the locksmith who helps me sometimes. And he said, nope, don't work on Friday. So I thought, well, should I leave it for another day? I thought, nah. So I went back to the supermarket, and this time my son had already woken up, and I took him with me, and we found the key! Oh, so amazing. We found the key to the house. So those are 2 really good things that happened last week. And then another little thing, just to show that really luck has been shining on me. So I was out with the dog, and it's really cold and kind of rainy, that even last Saturday. And I had the key to the house, but I was walking, and I noticed I didn't have one glove. So I immediately turned around. The glove is on the floor, on the ground right behind me. So those are 3 really good things that happened to me. So I think I'll leave you with this because it's getting a little bit more rainy now, and maybe the dog wants to do his business. So great. So this is podcast number 1, and I hope that this will be very this will be a going concern, and we can continue with this podcast while I am walking the dog. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and hope have a great day or evening, whichever is good for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.